Antarctica, the harshest place on Earth, a continent of ice, wind, and relentless cold. Here, nature's rules are unforgiving. Survival is a daily battle. The wind cuts like a knife, the cold can freeze you in minutes. One mistake can be your last. In winter, the sun vanishes for months, plunging everything into endless night. Temperatures drop to -50 degrees Celsius. Silence reigns, broken only by the howl of the wind. Antarctica becomes a fortress of ice, cut off from the world. At McMurdo Station, fewer than 200 people remain through the winter. Scientists, engineers, and support staff, isolated, surrounded by a frozen desert. Teamwork is essential. Every step outside is a calculated risk. The landscape is beautiful but deadly. The ice shifts, weather turns in an instant, and help is thousands of miles away. Living here is like being on another planet. These people push the boundaries of human endurance. They live on the edge every single day. Sometimes the edge pushes back. This is a world for the strong, the smart, and the brave. Every day is a test of courage and will. Antarctica demands respect, and sometimes it demands everything. Only the toughest survive. In the winter of 2025, crisis struck McMurdo Station. 3 team members faced a medical emergency. One needed urgent care beyond the station's capabilities. In Antarctica, an ambulance is a continent away. The clock was ticking in the crushing cold and darkness. The US National Science Foundation had to act fast. But how do you evacuate in the dead of Antarctic winter? Commercial flights stop in February. Military supply runs end. From March to October, Antarctica is locked down. A winter flight is a last resort, attempted only when lives hang in the balance. The risks are enormous: darkness, storms, and extreme cold. The US called on New Zealand, whose Air Force had braved these skies before, but this was a midwinter emergency, unprecedented, dangerous. The lives of 3 people depended on a single answer. The mission was a go. Hope rippled through the station, but everyone knew the danger. The rescuers would risk their own lives, flying into a black void with no backup. Once past the point of no return, there was no turning back. It was a bold, courageous plan, an act of international partnership and human instinct to save one another. The world watched as the rescue began. In Antarctica, every decision is a matter of life and death. This was one of those moments. The C-130J Super Hercules was chosen for the mission, a rugged workhorse built for the world's toughest conditions. The Royal New Zealand Air Force assembled their best crew: pilots, navigators, medics. The flight from Christchurch to McMurdo, nearly 20 hours round trip, mostly over the empty, freezing Southern Ocean. Outside, total blackness. Pilots relied on instruments and night vision goggles. There's a point of no return. Once crossed, the only option is to land on the ice. No backup, no alternate airfields. The crew faced immense risk, flying into the unknown to save strangers. This is what heroes do: run toward danger, not away. Their courage would be tested like never before. As the Super Hercules neared McMurdo, the ground crew raced against time. The runway, Pegasus Field, was a strip carved from sea ice, demanding constant maintenance. In -24 degrees, the team groomed the ice, preparing for a landing in total darkness. The pilots, using night vision goggles, landed the massive plane with precision. No time to celebrate. The engines had to keep running or risk freezing solid. Hot refueling began, a dangerous but necessary procedure. The medical team moved the patients quickly, every second outside a risk. The operation was a masterclass in teamwork and efficiency. With patients aboard and the plane refueled, the Hercules lifted off, vanishing into the night. Hours later, it landed safely in Christchurch. The mission was a success. It was a daring, dangerous, and deeply courageous rescue. Proof of what's possible when nations and people work together. Why risk everything for Antarctica? The answer? It's a unique natural laboratory, holding secrets about our planet's past and future. Scientists study climate change, unique life forms, and even space from here. The work is vital for humanity. These explorers accept the risks for the chance to discover something extraordinary. The 2025 rescue showed the best of humanity: courage, skill, and the will to help others. Even in the most remote, hostile place on Earth, we are not alone. Would you have the courage to face the ice?